What's good, YouTube family? It's your boy TornadoMcRae back at it again with another video, and it's Wednesday, so y'all already know we got to get back into the NBA Finals. You dig? Man, oh man, oh man. We're 2 games in, and I've seen a tale of 2 games. That first game, let me be real. That first game, Jokic and the Nuggets put the beat down on the Miami Heat. The fact that they held, I want to say, was it Max Strus? I want to say they held Strus to literally 0 of 10 from the field and 0 of 9 from three-point range. Hold on, let me make sure. Let me double check just to be safe.
12 seconds later.
Yep, you held one of their best role players and current three-point shooters to a donut. What is he, Homer Simpson?
Donuts.
Like, bro, that is wild to me. Jimmy Butler only put up 13. So I don't know where he been at. The only person that put up over 20 was Bam Adebayo, which is shocking. And overall, I think the Miami Heat made one run to cut it down to 10. However, that wasn't going to do much. Jokic, Murray, Porter Jr., they just beat them down because Murray had 26. Jokic had 27, Gordon had 16, Porter had 14. All around, it was just an easy day because you have 3 players putting up double-double. Porter Jr., 14 and 13 rebounds. Jokic, 27 and 10. Murray, 26 and 10 assists. I mean, not much that needs to be said because on the Miami Heat for game 1, Adebayo, 26 and 13. Gabe Vincent, 19. And then Highsmith off the bench with 18. And then Jimmy Butler with 13. Not a whole lot from what I saw in game 1. I actually believed that Miami was more likely to steal game 1 than game 2.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
And the reason why I said that is because of the layoff. Denver had 9 days off, obviously. Miami was just coming off of game 7, off of a high, and they had all the momentum in the world. So I expected Miami to go into Denver, regardless of the altitude, and try to jump on Denver early to take advantage of that rust.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
Boy, was I stupid. Denver came to play. However, much like the Miami Heat have done this year, them boys bounced back for game 2. And I will say, game 2 was a game of runs. No toilet.
Hey, yep.
But what I mean by that is, from what I saw, each team made a run any point in the game. It was the Miami Heat jumped out to start, just jumping up almost 10-0. They were up 10-2 just to start the game. Then to close out halftime, Denver came back, and Denver went on like a 10-0 run. Going into the third quarter, Denver makes another run, and Miami slowly has to chip that away. And then in the fourth quarter, Miami goes on a run to take the lead, and Denver has to chip that away. It was a really good contested game. It was a physical game. It was a wild game in the sense that I honestly didn't know who was going to win. As I looked at it, I was like, damn, this game could go either way. Denver can go up 2-0, or Miami can go up, or Miami can tie it 1-1. And I wouldn't have been any shocked by the way it played out. Now, some of the key things from game 2 that I do recall, or I'll say this, the main 2 things that I think really had a big effect. Obviously, Bam Adebayo's block or goaltend. Granted, I didn't watch it live. It came on late at night, I missed it. I watched highlights and reruns. From the angle I saw, on initial viewing, it looked like a clean block.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Now, I will have to go back and see it from a different angle to see if it was goaltend, because I know how much of a momentum shift that can make. And because it was on the second half, and I want to say the fourth quarter rather than the first half, that does make a difference. That can make a difference in the play and a run. The key thing I want to talk about, 1, if you're Denver, do you call that timeout? You had 2 of them. They went without calling a timeout, and Murray puts up a contested 3. Hindsight is 2020. Let me be clear about that. Hindsight is 2020. We all know this. I personally would have called that timeout as soon as we got the rebound. That's what I would have done. Because as soon as you get the rebound with 11 seconds, 12 seconds to go, you can run 2 or 3 pick and rolls to get to the basket, and then you're playing the foul game. Or you can do a pick and roll and have a back screen for the wing to set somebody up for a corner 3. Just off the top of my head, those are plays I know you could run in that situation in order to get a better look than what Jamal Murray put up. However, I see the argument of not calling a timeout because you don't want the other team to get a set defense. But 13 seconds is more than enough time to break down a set defense. If they had got the ball with 5-6 seconds, you don't call a timeout. You just run up the court, try and get a good 3 if you can, and let it fly. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's why I'm here talking to y'all rather than coaching.
There ain't no way I'm going in there. But you want me to come out looking like you? Cactus butt?
Secondly, I find it interesting because I've watched Draymond Green's podcast as well as JJ Redick and All the Smoke and Kevin Garnett certified podcast. And they've all said something similar in the sense that Miami has figured out who to take out. And here's what I mean by that. Steve Kerr, Golden State Warriors coach, obviously, said this on Draymond Green's podcast first. Jamal Murray is the head of the snake, and that's who you take out, not Jokic.
Nigga, what?
Mind you, that sounds crazy, especially to my hoopers out there. That sounds crazy. Here's the logic Kerr's spitting, because I had to go back and look at that, because I definitely was like, the fuck? Okay, explain yourself. And he said, Jokic is going to do what Jokic does. That's it. He's going to do what he does. So, force him into being a scorer and take out Jamal Murray and the rest of that team. Because if y'all noticed, Jokic had a 40-point double-double, triple-double. Hold on, let me. Yep. So, Jokic had 40 points and 11 rebounds, but only 4 assists. Mind you, Jokic has been getting about like 10 to 12 a game this entire playoffs. So the fact that you make him the scorer and you make Murray the assist guy messes up their whole flow and the whole orchestration of that offense, because the looks are coming from a different angle, a different person, and in different rhythm. Jokic draws so much attention to the center of the floor that when he passes it out, there's always an open person. Murray likes it when all he has to do is catch and shoot. I believe he likes that better than having to be the guy to have to find the open man and pass the way Jokic does. So, I believe Steve Kerr saw something and the Miami Heat have seen it too. Now, in typical Denver fashion, I expect them to find a way to get back to what they do best in Miami. I don't think that's going to be the end-all be-all of this series, and that's going to be the only adjustment to where Miami can just win off 3 straight. Hell no. Remember, I got Miami in 7. I know Denver's going to put up a fight. So it is nothing crazy. However, it is interesting to note that the best way for Miami to win might actually be to neutralize Murray more than Jokic. And also Jimmy Butler and Strus and Gabe Vincent and Duncan Robinson, making sure they always show up. That's a key too. And now, as we're going into, it'll be tonight for me, Game 3, I actually expect Miami to win Game 3, but I expect Denver to win Game 4. I think it's going to be split. I don't foresee either team coming out of Miami up 3-1. I just don't. I will be highly shocked. I will be highly shocked on this channel first if Miami or Denver come out of Miami after Game 4 up 3-1. I just don't see that happen. This is a chess match that's being played between 2 great minds, and Mike Malone and Eric Spoelstra, and I think they're both going to just combat the other. Is it possible? Of course, anything's possible, but I wouldn't bet my last $2 on it. But overall, that's really where I'm at right now. I foresee Miami winning Game 3, and then I foresee Denver winning Game 4, heading back to Denver. And I like the fact that I don't think the altitude is causing as much of an effect as people would believe. On that note, I'm actually curious to wonder if the altitude is going to affect Denver more, going from that high of altitude down to that low of sea level. Could be the reverse. Could be the reverse. But who knows? One last thing I do want to touch on before I go. I saw this news on my IG timeline as well as my ESPN highlight and Bleacher Report. Apparently, Kyrie Irving wants the Dallas Mavericks to trade for LeBron James.
Get the fuck out of here!
This comes in wake of Kyrie announcing on social media that he would like to be removed from all trade, free agent, signing talks while he enjoys his offseason. But if this is a true source, if this is what Kyrie actually did say, Mr. Irving, shut the fuck up. Bro, you don't run that team. Luka runs that team. And to be quite honest, Mark Cuban, if you complete that trade, all of you in the Dallas organization are going to be doing Luka Doncic dirty. To bring in Kyrie and LeBron James, but still think they're going to let that be Luka's team. And not only that, the narrative. Let's say you bring in Kyrie and LeBron. You keep Kyrie, you bring in LeBron. Y'all go on to win the championship. The casuals and the extremist Bron stands are going to say Luka only won because Bron came to help him. That's it. The media is going to say something like that too. The extremist media is going to say some like that too. And I can't stand it. Y'all are dumb in getting Kyrie because him and Luka play the same position. I never understood that. But overall, that's Luka's team. Get him some different type of help and let him flourish and be the leader that he can be. Hell, get a great supporting cast. I mean, phenomenal supporting cast. Not just an ass of a supporting cast. You kind of gave it away once you didn't want to sign Jalen Brunson, but we don't want to talk about that. Overall, I digress. Don't make that trade. That'd be stupid, and that'd be disrespectful. Mark Cuban, I'm talking to you. I'm talking directly to you, Mark Cuban. Don't make that trade. Please don't. But yep, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit this notification bell at the bottom. Y'all know it helps my algorithm, and as your auntie's favorite neighbor, you got to make sure that she knows when I'm uploading these videos. Hey, auntie, I'll be over at 7 o'clock. I promise. Overall, guys, I thank each and every one of you for all the support, all the love, all the comments, all the likes, and everything that you've done for this channel. And let's continue to build on this road to 200 subscribers, baby. Like, we're about to hit 140. Come on now, like, help a brother out. I know some of y'all ain't subscribed yet. I know it. I know some of y'all ain't subscribed yet. I'm talking to you, Rico. Yeah, I seen you out there. I know it. But overall, guys, just continue to support the page in every way imaginable, and I'll continue to make all these funny videos for you. But y'all know the deal. At the end of the day, what the fuck do I know? I'm just a skinny brother with 2 tats. Peace. Much love to all of you. I'm out.